Hello and welcome to another video. My name is Boxiest, and today we're going to continue the What If series. What if events had gone differently? And in this What If, we're going to change the history of Cobra Kai. What if Sam beat Zara in Barcelona during the events of Cobra Kai Season 6 Part 2? So in this timeline, Miyagi will still fight Cobra Kai, and Robbie and Tori would still start off. Robbie would still be distracted, and he would still tag in Sam. Sam and Tori would fight, but Tori would tag in Quan, and he would manage to land a point on Sam. Quan would still tag out, and Sam would tag in Miguel, and he would get the first point. Yoon and Dimitri would continue the fight, and much like in the original timeline, Hawk, Kenny, and Dimitri would team up to get the point on Yoon, and Hawk would once again tag in Miguel. Miguel and Quan would fight, but Quan would manage to land a point on Miguel, so Miguel would tag in Robbie. Robbie and Quan would fight, and that fight would stay the same. Robbie would land the final point on Quan, so Miyagi would beat Cobra Kai in this timeline, and they would be eliminated. Tiger Strike would still be eliminated for cheating during the tournament, so Cobra Kai would be let back in. The semi-finals would begin. Quan and Diego would still fight, but Quan would still defeat him. Zara and Maria would fight, but Zara would still defeat Maria. Axel would still fight Robbie in the semi-finals, and that fight would stay the same. Axel would still knock Robbie back, and Quan would still hit Robbie. Miguel would still be mad, and he would go confront Quan, but Axel would knock Miguel back, so Miguel and Axel would want to fight. Gunther would see that the Saikai Taika was getting out of hand, and he would want everyone off the mats. So in this timeline, Gunther wouldn't be knocked out by Sensei Ivanov, and there would be no brawl, so everyone would step off the mats, and the fight between Robbie and Axel would continue. It would be the second round. In this timeline, Robbie would land a hit on Axel, Miyagi would cheer, Robbie would use a combination of offense and defense, and he would remember all his training. Sensei would get mad that Axel got hit, and he would want Axel to get more aggressive. The final round would begin. Robbie would continue to land hits on Axel. Everyone would be surprised, and they would begin to cheer, but this will make Axel mad, and he would begin to adapt, and he would get some points on Robbie. So in this timeline, Axel would defeat Robbie, and Axel would advance to the finals. The girls' semi-finals would begin. Sam and Tori would have another rematch, and they would both be using a combination of offense and defense, and they would be evenly matched. Both Miyagi and Cobra Kai would get many points, but in this timeline, Sam would get the upper hand, and she would defeat Tori. Sam would advance to the finals. The girls' finals would begin. Sam and Zara would fight, but Zara would be fighting dirty and with aggression, and the match would be closer in this timeline. Since Sam would mostly be using defense, Sam would get the upper hand, and she would defeat Zara, so Sam would be the girls' world champion. Everyone in the crowd would cheer, and Miyagi would celebrate. The boys' finals would begin. Quan would fight Axel in the finals. Quan would be fighting with offense and aggression, but Axel would be able to fight back against Quan, and he would score a couple points in the first round. Kreese would want Quan to show no mercy. Quan would continue fighting Axel, and he would continue fighting with aggression. And Quan would start to get even angrier, but Axel would use a combination of offense and defense. So in this timeline, Axel would defeat Quan. Axel would be the boys' champion, so the Iron Dragons would win. Miyagi and Cobra Kai would go home in defeat. Sensei Kim and her students would go back to Korea, and Tori would go back to the valley. Even though Miyagi lost, Miyagi would remain open, and Tori would rejoin Miyagi, and things would be a lot more peaceful in the valley. Quan and the rest of the Cobra Kais would go back to Korea, and Quan would continue his training at Master Kim's dojang, and they would start training for the next Saikai Taikai. And that is where I'm going to end this What If. Thank you guys for watching. What do you guys think would have happened if Sam beat Zara during the events of Cobra Kai Season 6? Let me know in the comments below. YouTube lets me know that the majority of you are not subscribed, so if you guys could subscribe, that would be much appreciated. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like this video, subscribe, and turn on post notifications. And I'll see you guys next time.